Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. Here we have a commercial application. You can see here we have a covered patio. There's three different sections of this raised awning here. This awning structure itself is all steel structure, and you can see here we have two different types of dining heights. We have just a standard height and then a bar stool seating height here, and also we have some lighting and some fans in these two bays here, and then just lighting that we need to be aware of. And this last one over here, let's look at the dimensions. So overall dimensions of each one of these awnings are roughly 12.5 by we'll call it 20 this direction, and then the overall application is 34.5 feet and by, again, the 19-20 foot here. The height that we have, there's two different height sections. The second bay over here you can see at 8'10", and then the first one over here we have at 8'2". So these slightly overlap right here at the edge, and then there's actually on this project there is a drainage for rain gutter over here on this side and over here on this side, so there's no water intrusion. They do have drops that come down here on all these open areas here. This is on a second floor level, so it is open to the area is actually quite open. It has a lot of open land, and there's possibility that a lot of wind comes through this direction, so wind could be a concern. All right, so let's go ahead and turn that off. And so I'm going to give you two different options. These are the C4024, 4000 watt unit, 240 volts. And you might notice here I have them kind of just hanging in midair. And that's because there would have to be some sort of mounting produced for it. You could just bring a strap and go straight up to having another bar, this is whatever this diameter or dimension bar is here, have that just placed across the top and then secured to the top of this existing bar, and then hanging the units from those straps. So that would be my choice. You can get some unistrut, something of that nature that would hold up there as well, but I don't think unistrut looks very well. If you can just place some type of tubular steel that matches this tubular steel on top of this, I think that would look much better. And also I have the units so that they're roughly 3 inches below this, and I have that way because of the fact that you want to be able to service the units, remove the units, and if you had it touching, even though this is steel, if you had it touching, there's going to be some heat transfer, as well as just the need to have access to it. There is a junction box on the top of this unit. I don't have it modeled here, but there is a junction box on the top, so depending on where that junction box falls would require that 3-inch clearance as well. So I think we wouldn't be in that wouldn't be a problem for this application, but you still certainly want to consider that. So let's see if we have so I have these heaters at approximately 10'8" and 3/8 from center to center, and off of the inside edge of this structure I have it at 2'7", we'll call it 2'8". I think off the ground, I don't have that here, let me just throw that in real quick. So the bottom of the heater is 7 feet 8 inches off the ground. In this section, you might notice that this section here is higher, if I hadn't mentioned that before. And so the heaters will be a little bit higher, and that's fine. But over here, these heaters would be quite intense for the seating position. Now this customer is going to be using a control system, so that shouldn't be an issue, and it should also give them the flexibility to rearrange this whole seating for other applications, so that if they removed all these chairs and put in normal seating height, they can adjust for that. All right, let me just turn this off real quick. Let's look at the footprint of heat. You can see here with the footprint of heat. And I should just turn that off for one quick second and get the dimensions this way here. So this will be from the inside edge here to the heater itself is 2.8, and then from there to there we have 4. Let's call it 4 foot 1 inch. So that should be fine. Go back here. Sorry about that. So yeah, so the footprint of heat, let's see what that looks like. We have nice coverage throughout the entire space. Now I've spaced out the seating arrangement just based on kind of my visual memory, and that could be pushed a little bit closer to this side over here, and maybe this is a little bit further in from this edge over here. But in any case, you can see how it covers the space below the awning nearly perfectly, except for this section here. And then of course, this seating over here, which is the raised seating, is more intense. So that's why the control system is a must on this application here specifically. And it's also nice for this area here, so you can adjust it based on temperatures and seasons. All right, so that would be 4 units in each one of these bays. And I just want to throw out one more option. This option would be to use a 25-24 heater. This isn't my preferred option, but just to show the client how that would look if you had the shorter units. And I don't really think you gain much from it at all, so I don't see a purpose for it, but I just wanted to have that available. 25-24 watt units. So let me just turn it off. I'll go back to here. All right, I think that's answers this question. And if you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application, feel free to contact us through email at support@patioheat.com. We're here to help you. Look forward to receiving your email. And if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up. We don't monetize our channel at all, so that just helps the algorithms of YouTube so that others can find us like you. And we appreciate that. And thank you, and have a great day.